My grandpa was my preacher growing up, and one of his favorite stories to tell, I remember hearing this so many times in my childhood, was about a man who got married, and he and his wife got married, said, "I do, I love you," and went on, and 20 years passed, 30 years passed, and finally his wife said to him around their 40th anniversary, "Honey, how come you don't tell me that you love me anymore?" And he responded, "Honey, I told you I loved you at our wedding, and if that changes, I'll let you know." You know, the truth is, sometimes we just need someone to remind us how important we are to them. Have you ever felt that you just needed to hear that you mattered, that you were important, that you were valuable, and someone cared about you? I get that feeling of needing to be appreciated, needing to be respected. The truth is, when we go through seasons of life that are hard, it's because we're missing something being affirmed in our life. And I think there are three primary things that every individual and every work environment needs. And if these three things are not present, then there's going to be dissatisfaction. There's going to be discontentment. You need to feel this about yourself. You need to feel this about the people around you at home, in your neighborhood, in your community, and you need to feel this in your work environment. So here are the three things that I talk about. The first thing is security. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel provided for, if you don't feel taken care of, if you feel threatened in any way, if you feel like you can't pay the bills and you don't feel safe and secure in that environment, then you're going to struggle with feeling valued and appreciated and hopeful and all that type of thing. Security is a fundamental thing that every individual needs, whether it's just who they are or within the organization that they're a part of. The second thing that every individual needs is value. They need to feel valued. They need to feel like what they're doing matters. It's contributing to a cause. It's making an impact. It's making a difference. They're appreciated. They're told that they're doing it well. They're put in a place where they can thrive and have success. And they're not just threatened by anybody can do your job. If you don't do it, we'll fire you and we'll put someone else in that spot. People need to feel this sense of value. And then the other thing here is hope. People need to feel hope. The truth is, if you feel security and value, but you don't feel hope, you're not going to be very motivated or driven or productive in what you're doing. And if you feel valued and hopeful, but you don't feel safe, you're also not going to feel very motivated in what you're doing. When any of these things are missing, that's when we're most vulnerable. That's when we're subject to depression, anxiety, fear, disappointment, discontentment. So when you're going through a season and you're struggling and you can't quite put a finger on why it is, I want to encourage you to think, do I feel secure right now? Maybe I'm having a conflict with my boss and I'm literally worried that I might lose my job or I might not get that promotion that I really need to be able to cover my expenses or that raise. Maybe you're feeling like there's a lack of value and you go and you pour yourself into something all day, but at the end of the day, you don't know if it matters. You don't know if it makes a difference. You don't feel fulfilled in that. You don't feel appreciated. You don't feel like you're offering the best that you have. Or maybe you're just out of hope. Maybe you feel like you've been stuck over and over again, and every time you try to make something good happen, you feel stuck again. If you're wrestling with any of these things, any of these emotions, any of these feelings, I want to encourage you to realize that the most important thing you can do is have a healthy community around you who can help to point you to your value. They can help to point you to what makes you feel safe, and they can help to point you to what gives you hope. If you don't have that inner circle of people around you, you need to build it. You need to invest in yourself. You need to build up the life that you want to live, and you can't do it alone. You need to have people around you. And we're offering a new collective called Circle Building, And Circle Building is a collective where we're going to talk you through identifying the need that you have for community and the biggest anchor that you have in your life that's holding you back. We're going to talk about what does it look like to have people in your inner circle? How do you find those people in your inner circle and launch that community? And then how do you live in that community and make it sustainable? If that's something that's interesting to you, I want to invite you to become a part of our next collective so that we can study this together. We're going to just dig in. Each session, we're going to have an interactive class time where I bring some content and we talk about it. But then at the end of the discussion, we're going to move into a mastermind where you're literally going to do the hard work and figure out how this applies to your life and what action steps you're going to take to move it forward in your life. You need to make an investment in your future by building a team of people around you. And I'll tell you, a lot of people move from here and say, and now hire me as a high dollar coach. I'm making this as affordable as possible. This 4-week class is going to be something that you can take advantage of, and it will be an investment not only in your month, but in your life and in your dreams. Make that investment today. Check out our link. Find out more about us. I'm so honored to be a part of this with you. Thanks so much.